This is the all-new iPhone Air. Inside the box, you will find an iPhone that almost feels impossible. But we'll get back to the iPhone in a bit. Inside the box, you also get a charging cable, USB-C to USB-C braided, and you also have some normal Apple paperwork inside. Really a normal iPhone unboxing that we're getting kind of used to now. And it's really kind of sad because unboxings used to be so much more fun, and this iPhone, although different and exciting, comes with really the same unboxing experience as the other iPhones. But now let's take a look at the phone itself. And the first word that comes to mind is incredible. It almost feels like you're not holding an actual phone. It almost feels like you're holding a dummy phone or a fake phone because it's so thin and light. It just doesn't feel like I'm actually holding a phone in my hands. It just feels like a display. It's 5.6 millimeters thick, and it just looks so nice with those shiny titanium edges that are slightly rounded off now, and it just feels really nice to hold this phone in your hands. This honestly feels like a whole new iPhone this year. Not just a new iPhone with some slight changes. This is like a completely different iPhone. So first impressions, let's talk about a few things that I like about this iPhone and a few things that I'm a little worried about. First of all, the design. I talked about it already. This is the best looking iPhone that we've gotten in a long time. This is the cloud white color, and I have to say, it looks really nice with that shiny silver titanium on the sides. Even the camera bump this year, they did such a better job. It's not some huge camera system protruding from the back of the iPhone. Instead, it just looks elegant and minimal. Of course, that also means you only have one sensor on the back, and that might affect the whole camera experience because normally we're used to having multiple camera sensors on the back of an iPhone, but this year with the iPhone Air, one sensor on this phone. How is that going to translate to the whole camera experience? We'll have to come back to that after testing out this phone a little bit more. But it's just really refreshing to finally use a phone that isn't just the same iPhone as previous years with some slight tweaks. This feels like its own thing. Now, is it worth a $1,000 price tag? Well, that's where it gets kind of tricky. The iPhone Air compared to the iPhone 17 lacks in a few areas, mainly camera and battery life. So it's kind of hard to justify the $200 difference in price tag for the iPhone Air. Really, if you think about it, $200 more for a phone that's inferior in camera and in battery life, which is really two very important parts of a smartphone, simply for the sake of having a nicer modern design. It kind of makes it hard to justify. But maybe the pros outweigh the cons with this phone, and with more testing, hopefully we can find that out. One thing I do want to mention with the iPhone Air, and one thing that I was already able to test, is the speaker. This one only has one speaker. It's the front-facing speaker there in the earpiece. And I guess there isn't enough space to put a bottom-firing speaker in this phone. So you really get just the one speaker, and it's noticeably lacking compared to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, for example. That has dual firing speakers. It's still good, but it just doesn't have the rich sound that the iPhone 17 Pro Max has, and it definitely does not get as loud as the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Here's a test of the audio side by side. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. So that kind of gives you something to think about when it comes to the iPhone Air. You're missing a speaker here as well. So the audio experience, if you do like to use speakers and you want to play audio as loud as possible, that may be something to keep in mind with the iPhone Air. The iPhone 17 Pro Max just has an amazing speaker system built in. So I have to give that credit. This isn't bad, but it just isn't as good as that phone. So really, first thoughts, first impressions of this phone, it's exciting, it's new, it's different, but I think that honeymoon period, once it does go away, some of those glaring faults might start to become very noticeable, and you might not feel the same about this iPhone Air after a few months. So far, the new design and holding this phone in your hands, it has me kind of not thinking about those things, and I'm kind of waiting to see if that goes away. But stay tuned for the full review, because I will go into full detail of this phone, testing the camera, battery life, performance, which because of the A19 Pro chip that's inside, it has the same performance, slightly less performance than the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, but really the same chipset, so you can expect similar performance. But because this phone is so thin, how is sustained performance gonna do? Is heat gonna start to play a factor when it comes to performance? I hope to answer that in my full review, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.